Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we are doing the Shrine of Secrets review for the 26th of January 2022. I'm sorry about the day late upload, and this is probably getting uploaded really late at night, but, well, not really late at night, but I forgot that it was Wednesday yesterday, and I was too busy, so I couldn't get it done yesterday, so I'm recording it now. I'm going to upload it a bit later, so it'll probably be up a bit tonight. I don't know what time, but it's probably going to be late. So, yeah, we have a new event in game. We have the New Year's event as well as the new Sword Tome. It's very good. I got the Sword Tome, so I might make a video on that soon, if you guys would like that. As well as the event maybe, but I don't know, I feel like everyone's covering the event right now, so yeah. Without further ado, we're going to get started on this Shrine review for this week. First of all, we have Bandit's Landing, which is a near perk, and this is an exhaustion perk, which has, so when you fall from a great height, you reduce the stagger duration by 75% and then reduces the noise from it. Like when you fall down, you go, oh! Basically, silence is that. And then the second you hit the ground, you get the speed boost, and then you're exhausted for a bit. So, it's okay. I don't think it's great. I mean, well, it is. I mean, the stagger duration part and the grunts from falling part is pretty cool. Obviously, it's helpful to have a speed boost as well when you land. But I don't know, it's just because like a lot of maps won't really benefit from that. I mean, most will. It only has to be a small height as long as you drop off something and then land. So this can be as small as like the hills in Autohaven and Macmillan and stuff. You can jump from the top of the ironworks on Macmillan as well. Trying to think of some other ones. The new map will work, and basically just any little height, even from the floor of the shack to the stairs to that little drop counts as well. So that's a cool little trick you can try. But yeah, it's okay. My favorite thing about this perk, honestly, is the stagger duration part. That's the main reason I use it. If I do decide to ever use it, it's just for that, because it can be really annoying sometimes to fall and then you stagger for ages and she goes ooh, and it kind of just drops down and downs you. So it's okay. I think, the other ones are better, but that's not to say this one isn't terrible. I don't think this is a bad perk at all. I just think there's better options, personally. And also, again, it's a bit situational, but, yeah. Next up, we have Corrupt Intervention, which is a plague perk. And I'm going to say, get this one, because this is one of those perks that's basically a requirement for you to have. This blocks the free fervor generated from you at the start of the match. Does so for 20 seconds. I mean, 2 minutes. Why did I say 20 seconds? And then it shows you them in white, and then after 2 minutes they get released and they can be repaired. So yeah, again, pretty powerful. It's a great way to find survivors and also to stop gens from getting done so quickly, because it will block them right at the start of the match, so it forces them to come closer to you, because, pardon me, it blocks the furthest gens, and survivors typically spawn furthest from you, which is also by those gens, which means, especially on a confusing map, like I would say Hawkins, but Hawkins sadly does not exist anymore, but indoor maps like Larry's can be a little confusing, so it's helpful for them to come to you, because it means they've got to like try and wander around for ages to try and find a gen, and hopefully that means they'll bump into you, so you can start applying some pressure and get some early hooks. So Corrupt's very good. Get Corrupt if you don't have it already. It's only 2,000 shards. They are giving out shards today, I think, because of the whole Leatherface mask incident thing. So, get it. Probably, spoiler alert for the end of the video, but Corrupt is the only thing I'm going to recommend today. Next up, we have Hangman's Trick, which is a pig perk. And I just realised that there is a pig and a tap perk in this shrine. That's because of the Sword Tome. Interesting. Okay, so this one's a weird one. This perk used to be one of the worst in the game. It got changed quite a while ago, and it's still not very good, but it's also kind of quirky and sometimes actually okay. You gain a notification when a survivor begins to sabotage a hook, and then when you're carrying a survivor, you see the aura of any survivors within 6 meters of any hook. So you pick someone up, and you see every hook. Well, no, you don't see every hook. You see the auras of survivors if they happen to be within 6 meters of any hooks while you're picking the person up, which is okay. It's weird because that could be kind of good. Obviously, if you're picking someone up to carry them to a hook, you're mainly trying to focus on getting them to the hook, not looking around, looking at auras. But again, I think this one's kind of cool. I mean, the thing about seeing when a survivor begins sabotaging, I guess that's kind of helpful. I guess it gives you a bit of warning, but you can also just see if the person's sabotaging, because also, you know, that doesn't really help you very much, because like the only time this will help is if they're doing it from a distance. But if they're doing that from a distance, that doesn't really affect you. And they've probably got that daily, or like the upcoming tome challenges, because they always have that one where it's like break 15 hooks or something. So they're probably just doing that. The aura reveal part, again, is kind of quirky. It's kind of cool. This can get you value sometimes. If you're lucky, you can just see people just standing around. It's like Undying in that sense. Undying, the aura reading part of that perk is pretty underrated, I think, because I think seeing the auras of survivors in 4 meters of dual totems is actually quite powerful. And that's actually found me people who are cleansing totems or blessing totems or just standing there trying to be sneaky. And I know they're there with Undying, so again, it's a weird one. Probably wouldn't say to actually buy it and to use it. I don't think it's that good. I don't think it's very good at all. I'm just saying, you know, it has its moments. It's one of those perks where it's like, you know, it's bad, but also it's kind of good sometimes. So it's like, okay, it's just whatever. And finally, we have Tenacity, which is a tap perk, or a Dave tap perk, or a detective tap perk, whatever you want to call it. So this has, so you can, the main point of this perk is that you can recover and crawl at the same time, which you can't do normally. You can only do that with this perk. It also makes it so your movement speed when you're crawling is increased by 50%. It's a bit situational. It's one of those like Unbreakable, where it's a bit situational, and if you're not getting slugged, then this won't really do anything. This is most commonly used with Unbreakable and also Flip Flop, Boon Exponential. Well, to be fair, not gonna lie, I haven't seen anyone using Boon Exponential since like the first week of Portrait of a Murder coming out. I've actually never seen anyone use that. People just use Circle of Healing still. I even saw people using Shadow Step. People using Shadow Step over Exponential, so yeah. But anyway, people just use it in those Unbreakable builds. Soul Guard, that was the other one. Soul Guard. So, you know, I think this one by itself, yeah, it's probably pretty underwhelming. I'm probably not going to do too much. I will say, I used to use this perk quite a lot. I actually found this perk really fun. I will say it is a fun perk. Being able to crawl and recover at the same time is very niche. Pardon me. It's very niche and very helpful. And, you know, it's like a fun one to use. If it does work, you just get to fuck with the killer because they can't find you. And then you could just crawl really fast away from them. You can recover at the same time and get picked up by your buddy. You know, so it's okay. Again, it's kind of like Hangman's Trick, where it's like, you know, is it good? I mean, this one, I would say this one's better than Hangman's Trick, I guess. But yeah, you probably won't get much value out of it if you use it in a build. I mean, again, if you use it with Unbreakable and stuff, then fair enough. But if you're using it by itself, with no other synergy, then it probably won't do much for you. But, you know, it's there. It's fun. So, yes, Corrupt is the one to get. Corrupt is so good on literally any killer. You can literally throw this on any killer and you'll get value from it, because it saves at least 3 gens getting done immediately, and also brings them closer to you, so you can find them quicker. The other ones, yeah, they're pretty meh. They're not great. They're very niche, like I said. So, you know, if you're interested in one, I guess. I mean, I don't really know which one I would say if I was going to say one of them. I mean, okay, I will say, maybe get one of these, because I don't know if there is a tome thing with them. They do this a lot when there's a new tome out. Every time they bring new challenges out, they bring out 2 perks from those characters in the shrine. I'm actually going to check. I'm going to break the 4th wall here. I'm going to look and see if there is a challenge this week for these perks, because they might be. Yeah, here we go. Sacrifice 2 survivors while using the perk Hangman's Trick in a single match. Do they have a survivor one? That's just for tap. Okay, they don't have one for him, I don't think. But they do have one for Hangman's Trick. So that's the thing, maybe. If you have this tome, then maybe... And if you don't have Pig, I mean, you know, typically you have the characters if you're going to buy the tome. I mean, you don't have to, but it makes it easier. But maybe get Hangman's Trick then, if you are going to buy the tome, and if you want to get that challenge done, instead of leveling a Pig. That might be quite wise. Okay. Oh, sorry for breaking the fourth wall there. But guys, that's to do it from me. I hope you enjoyed, hope you found this useful, and I will see you in the next one.